Hi everyone, welcome back to the FI Journeyman's YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the latest distributions by UMAX ETFs, specifically the weekly payers as well as the Group A ETFs. So personally for myself, I have a very big holdings in ULTY, otherwise known as the Ultra Options Income ETF by UMAX. And we are just gonna take a look at the distributions that was announced by UMAX just a little over an hour ago. So let's take a quick look. So this is the table of the distributions for this week. So from this column all the way to here, these are the weekly income ETFs, and from below onwards, that will be the monthly ETFs, part of the Group A income ETFs. So let's focus on ULTY, which is ULTY, the ticker symbol, or rather the ETF that I am focused on. So this week we are getting a distributions of about 10 cents. So it's quite similar to last week as well as the week ago. So given this distribution per share of 10 cents, $0.1003 to be exact, we are getting a distribution rate of 85.4%. So today is the 6th of August 2025. So the ex date will be tomorrow, which is 7th of August 2025, and the payment date would be on Friday, the 8th of August 2025. So today will be the last day if you wish to get the dividend or the distribution from this weekly ETF. Today is the last day to buy. Okay, so let's take this value 0.1003 and input it into my spreadsheet to check how much distribution I'm getting this week. All right. So I've already inputted the value here. So for information, I've added more ULTY shares. I've increased my position from 6,000 shares to 6,600 shares. And in the process, I've also put down the average price. Let me just update it to 6.29. Yeah, so this is currently where I'm at right now, 6,600 ULTY shares, and 6,600 multiplied by 0.1003, that will give me a gross distribution amount of $661.98. As I'm a non-US tax resident, there's a 30% withholding tax, which I have to deduct from my gross amount, and that leaves me with a net amount of $400.63. Okay, so 463.39 to be exact. So total distribution that I've received from ULTY from last month on the 11th of July until now would be $1,579.85. However, do take note that ULTY is currently undergoing a correction. So the current price is lower than my average cost price, which results in a paper loss of $1,188. So if I minus off, my total return would be $339 over the course of 1 month. So for me, I'm focusing on the distribution because stock price will always fluctuate. And since I'm planning to hold ULTY for the long term, I tend not to be too focused on this unrealized loss unless the share price collapse, which currently I think it's unlikely because in the ULTY fund strategy, the fund managers purchase protective puts for the underlying. So that would limit the losses that could be encountered during the course of this investing journey. So right now, we are heading into the month of August and September. So these are the seasonally more bearish periods. So I'll just be on the lookout for opportunities to add on the retracements. And hopefully the price of ULTY can go back to about 6.2 to 6.3 or even the 6.4 range. So let's continue to monitor this. I will be holding ULTY for long term and I will be adding. And for me, I'll just be looking at opportunities to add more. And ultimately, if possible, I would like to stack 10,000 shares of ULTY so that I have approximately $1,000 of income every week. Okay, so that's my short term to medium term goal. I'll keep you guys updated on my journey with ULTY. And do let me know if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer. And let's hope for a bull market together. All right. So with that, I'll end off this video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, everything shared here is not financial advice. Always exercise your own due diligence before engaging the markets.